All right, so let's what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go over this really quick. This is HeardBeats ICO. Okay, so if you want to get to the website, it's heardbeats.com. So HeardBeats ICO right now is in day, I want to say it's like maybe like day 20 or whatever. So and I'll show you guys all the information that I gathered. I didn't gather a whole lot of technical information. So if you're looking for technical information, you're not going to find it here. What we're going to do is we're just going to go over a checklist. Now, I don't actually do the checklist before I actually do the videos. What I like to do is I like to make sure that me and you, whoever is watching this, actually has an opportunity to go through the information themselves. I'll have the checklist down at the bottom. If you want to go through it yourself a different way or use my checklist for a different ICO, that's fine. But last night, I got a text about like 9 last night, maybe 10, about a new ICO that I need to check out. Many people may know that there's a couple things in my life that I think are very important. One of them is my family, another one is music, and another one is money, right? So those three things kind of go hand in hand for me, and this ICO kind of works in there, right? So what they basically have created was an idea. Now it's an idea because you cannot use it right now, so it's an idea. But what they've constructed was an idea that what you can do is you'll be able to watch live concerts from a virtual reality goggles or virtual reality set where basically you can virtually be at any concert, which I think is pretty awesome. And the reason why I think this is awesome is because if they're doing this with concerts, imagine basketball events, being right there in the crowd. You know what I mean? At like a sports event like soccer or basketball or football, being right there. And they only need literally four people, maybe even at the most like six in one crowd. And you'll be able to pay a small fee to be amongst the crowd and high-fiving. And I mean, technically you won't be high-fiving, but it would feel like you were right there. And I kind of feel like, with the proper headphones and the proper phone and the proper technology behind it, this should honestly really work really well. If they can get this whole sports thing going as well. Like, I want to see a fight, on here. I want to see like the next big Mayweather, maybe not Mayweather, Conor McGregor type fight, but the next big fight that's like that: soccer, football, basketball, so much. So anyway, I just see the idea growing from here. It's nice that they called it Herd Beats, but I think that they should have called it something else because it would have given that universal feel. At the same time, they could also still partner up with people like Live Nation, Rock Nation, or any other companies, and then pretty much work this idea. And I like the idea. I would love if they expanded the idea, and that just shows the potential growth. Okay, so from the website, you'll notice the ICO is live. If you press invest now, it will take you to the page where you can actually log in or sign up. Okay, so 10 million people attend concerts, so they're letting you know right now that there's a big market for concerts, but only 100,000 are available to buy, right? So that shows you that there's 9 million fans left, not leaving out 9 million fans. So they're not even able to even buy. So 9 million people want to go to concerts, but never do. And a part of the reason is because if you live in like a state like in Missouri, you may get a few people here and there, or like in Tennessee. And let's just say you're a hip hop fan, but you're in Tennessee or Nashville or Missouri or Utah. You may see a few concerts here and there, or even Washington State. If you're in the United States, I'm sorry. There's a bunch of different places in the United States alone that hip hop or rock, they don't really attend. You may catch them from time to time, but you're not going to see them on the people that are not at the top, like not like Adele level, or people towards the middle. Their first or second concert, they're not going to go to those small towns. What they're going to do is they're going to hit the big towns because those are the big markets. So they're going to go to New York City, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Miami, Houston. They're going to go to those bigger cities, Houston, Texas. They're going to go to those bigger cities because they know those cities have the bigger crowds. That's just kind of how it works. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. Okay. So this is the platform that they developed. So you'll be able to click buy ticket, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So they did get a rating from ICO. What's this website called? ICO Bench. Sorry about that. So they did get rated from ICO Bench, and you'll notice them on all these different websites as well, which to me is really, really nice and very important. Okay. They also have articles here that show you like how important these tours are. Adele, I think her entire tour sold last year, I think in like a week or weekend. Beyonce does the same. They don't usually stay on sale for too long. So if you're one of the people that follow them, but you don't know how much it's going to be, and you just kind of fall short in how much you're going to have, or their tickets go on sale on Tuesday, but you're going to have your money on Friday, I can pretty much tell you that their tickets are going to be sold out before you have an opportunity to buy. So that's kind of how these, this kind of works in that category. So in any event, they have a video here that you can watch. So what I'll do is let me stop the video, and then I'll start going through the checklist because I don't want to lose the beginning part that I just recorded. Okay, so this is where we left off at. Basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly go through the score to see what my checklist grades this at. So first thing we'll do is, dang, I hate when I do that. All right, so let's go to the checklist. So this is called Heard, right? HeardBeats, right? And their token is HBT. Don't remember the day it's coming out, but we'll just put down 11/6, I believe, was the day that the ICO started. Right, and right now it's 0.00. Actually, it's 450. 450 at 45 cents. Sorry, it's not 450. It's 1,000. All right, so now that we got that out the way, the first thing we want to look for when we're looking at these type of ICOs, first thing we want to see is the white paper. Do they have one, and does it explain what they're doing? So we click on the menu, we go down, they have white paper. So the reason why you want to go to the white paper is because of the simple fact that it should actually explain everything. The white paper is where everything should be. There shouldn't be some question about the white paper. You shouldn't be like, hey, where the hell is the white paper at? It should be literally, here's the white paper, and that's it. All right, so just putting that information out there. When you guys are looking at these ICOs, first thing you should be able to notice is if they have a white paper, and not only should they have white paper, does it explain everything? So they're going to explain a little bit. I say do your own research personally. I think that if anybody does actually have a chance to do their own research, do it. And then basically what they're going to explain throughout the white paper, I'll just give you kind of a synopsis of the white paper, is that they're showing you that year to year, the increase in ticket price has gone up, partly because it's a lot more people, that have concerts. And like I mentioned before, they don't really go to the small towns as often. Plus, a lot of people, I'll be honest with you, I think the reason why these ticket prices go up is because of people like Beyonce and Adele, who are in the market for a very long time of their career, something between like 15 and 20 years. As they grow, their popularity grows, the less concerts they're looking to do a year. They're not trying to do the young person's tour, which is like 50 cities in 1 year, because then that will leave you with about 4 to 5 cities a week. You're living out of a backpack for a year, or even 6 months. You're talking about maybe 8 cities, or so they're not really looking to do that over that time anymore. They're looking to cut that down to about 30 in a year, maybe even less than that, because that still, again, is a lot a week. You know what I mean? It's like one a week, and who really wants to do one every week or a week and a half? So they're cutting back on how many tours. So obviously the ticket price is going to keep on rising with that. And then you got people who are not as big as them, who do the tours. But what you'll notice again with them is that they don't really go to the small cities, and when they do, they're trying to hit as many cities as possible, and they can only go to the bigger markets. And at the bigger markets, you got to have the bigger ticket prices, because they're not going to be able to fill up a 3,000 person arena, or I'm sorry, a 30,000 person arena. They're not going to be able to fill that up, so their ticket prices are a little bit higher. So that's the reason why I think that these ticket prices are going up and up and up. And like I said, maybe less people are going. So they're just going to give you that information. They're going to explain to you that the problem with the interest, people aren't really trying to go to concerts. Like me personally, I have kids. I don't really like going to concerts. I am in the music industry, but personally, I don't like going unless I only got to be there for a couple hours. Personally, I don't like being in the entire atmosphere for too long. But I do love live music more than I like the CDs. So I like to be able to listen to a live CD, and people just don't come out with live CDs anymore. So I'll watch YouTube and watch somebody's live performance way before I actually go to their concert because I can control the volume in my ears, even though they have things that you can plug into your ears now and will give you that sound quality without distorting the sound quality. Then they also have where pretty much if you live in like Zimbabwe, you may not ever see a concert. You know what I mean? If you live in Mexico, you may only see one concert depending if you're willing to go to Cancun. So you got people like that, and if you live in the Bahamas, you may never ever see a concert, maybe once in a blue, you know. So things like that happen. Philippines, Australia, you guys have the same problem. So people tend to they'll go places, but they won't go everywhere when they're over there. They'll just hit the big major cities. They'll hit Hong Kong, but they won't go to the neighboring the ones that are 20 miles away. So people got to travel 20 to 50 miles, maybe even 3 hours away just to get to one city if they decide they want to go. So seating is another problem. You know what I mean? If you don't have a lot of money, you know what I mean, you're stuck where you are. You feel what I'm saying? At the same time, what if you've never been there before and you bought a seat in a section that really sucks? You would have never known that $10 more or maybe even $5 less would have got you a better seat. Sometimes being in the balcony is better than being on the floor. It's just the way it works, you know what I mean? So you'll never know that. So with that being said, they're trying to fix that as well. Another thing is mobility and illness. You got to pay a little bit extra if you're going to bring someone that's handicapped, and you got to sit on the side right next to the speaker sometimes. And a lot of times, if they're handicapped, they can't sit amongst the crowd. They can only be right there. So if you want to be in the crowd, this kind of cuts that out. Again, they have more issues that they want to have, and so they have a pay-per-view, meaning that you can pay for live music, or you can go back and pay again. Maybe it's cheaper price for the on-demand version. So meaning that there may be a concert that's happening while you're working your late shift today, so you may not be able to watch it live, but tomorrow you'll be able to watch it on demand. So they have that feature as well. And then you got the multi-camera, blah, blah, blah. So this is what the white paper says. They're going to break down a lot more. What you really want to know is if the white paper is really going to break down all the information. So one of the things that they broke down that I feel is very important. So right now, what they've already created was this whole prototype platform. Everything that you see right here, it all works. So the platform works, but can I try it is a whole nother question. Okay. Once they raise $3 million, these are the things that they're going to work on next. Okay, they're going to get their headquarters together. They're going to start recruiting and hiring more people on their team. They're going to start going to live concerts, get the platform up and running, get the Android and iOS platform. They're going to start negotiating with producers and other concert promoters. So they're going to start doing that and then start getting this word out there. Their first concert they're looking to launch is May. So let's make this very clear. I'm going to just put this out there, okay? If you're looking to invest, you're looking to invest from now and until May, okay? What you buy now may not be as valuable in January as it is today. So you may be paying 45 cents today and someone else may be paying 28 cents tomorrow. What you have to do is you have to be very, very patient, okay? I'm putting this out there because a lot of people don't have patience when buying into ICOs. So if you're looking to buy into an ICO, patience is a virtue. Okay, 5 million, 15 million, blah 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 blah. So we don't got to go through we don't got to go through that too much. But let's just check that off. Let me just make sure we're still recording. I talked about a lot of stuff. Okay, so the token. You have to have a token. It's HBT. They talked about that already. Smart team. So to find a smart team, you always want to make sure that's on the home page. You don't want to have to go searching for a smart team. You should be able to tell who's on the team, who's creating this. At Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can go through it and see their credentials if you want, but honestly, you can put whatever you want on your resume. That doesn't make it true. Sorry about that. So I'll just be honest with you guys. They look like a smart team to me. They are willing to give their information out. They have Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. It's good enough for me. I don't really give them too many points for that because if you put me on your smart team, honestly, it could be, you know what I mean? I could be a genius, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, though, smart team doesn't really matter, honestly, when it just comes down to execution. It doesn't really matter about what your background is. It's about what you can do with this current platform. I don't care that you've built Facebook with your bare hands. It's about what you do with the next thing. the next best thing that you can create that can get me some money. That's all I care about. Website, we were just there, so they do have website. They do have articles as well as interviews. So you guys saw that they do have articles. When I talk about articles, the one thing I like to make sure is that they're on different websites. So if you scroll up and you actually see yada yada yada, you have a lot of stuff on the website. Sorry, so there's a lot of scrolling that's going to happen. But these people do actually have articles on them, which is a great thing. So I'm not against this. I do think that it would be nice if they were on like Forbes or a live website or anything else. But as you guys can notice, they are actually on these websites. So it's really nice to see that other websites do respect what they're doing. Price, they did give out a price. Now, the scary thing about the price is that the price today, again, may not be the price tomorrow. So you just got to be patient. But the price is the price. Social networking, they have a Telegram group chat. It's usually the best option. As far as like Facebook, they do have a Facebook. You can hold it, take you to Twitter. This is their Twitter. And if you go to Facebook, this is their Facebook. No, it's Cornhill's Facebook. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I was wondering why I had a C with a little sign as if it wasn't them. Here we go. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I think their YouTube only has one video. They have a Bitcoin Talk little forum. They also have a Medium, and they have a channel that gives out information, like on Twitter. So if you don't have a Twitter or Facebook, you could use a channel as well. They also have the Telegram group chat, and they do have, like I said, Facebook and Twitter, and they have an email. So that's awesome. Video description, they do. If you watch the video is freaking awesome. It does kind of get your heart racing, saying, I cannot wait for this to come out. But remember, May 2018 is when the first concert will be available. So kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, though, it is an awesome platform. So take it for what you think it is. So now the next set, I'm sorry, this is the same set. I'm sorry. Industry. There is no one in this space doing this right now. I mean, in the industry, you don't see this happening outside of blockchain. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. So do they get the points for that? Hell yeah, they get the points for that. They are creating something that not even outside of blockchain has been accomplished yet. I do know that there are websites like Access, AXS, and there are other websites out there that allow you to actually view concerts that were recorded. Like even MTV has a channel. But this is different. I think that me being able to do this on the go, me being mobile, watching it live as well as on demand is completely different. In a VR, virtual reality setting, I think that's a completely different thing. Now, we'll be honest with you, I have done virtual reality for over 30 minutes and I felt like my neck needed to come off and then be put back on with a whole new neck. But at the end of the day, though, this is still awesome. It's still fun. It's still great to use it. So if I could use it more often, I will. New way of thinking. I just mentioned that, the industry, this is a whole nother industry and this is a whole new way of thinking. So of course they're going to get these points. Okay. Life changing. It's not, but it is. So it's almost like a 50-50. It's a toss up. Okay. So you got some people who this is going to change their life. Then you got some people it's not going to change their life whatsoever. Mine in particular, I may not have my life changed in any way. I may not feel like a whole nother person. I may not feel like I'm brand new, but it does have that feel that people who are handicapped or people that are hospitalized or people that cannot actually attend concerts can now follow their favorite concert, their favorite artist on tour with them. This is a way to kind of separate the two, and it's an awesome thing. So I will not give them life changing because it's not changing enough lives for me to say life changing. And number of tokens. So they do have 110 million. So the thing I will say to you guys about the 110 million, it is nice to see that they do have the 110 million. But at the same time, because it's only 45 cents, it's not that bad. So if it was over $1, 110 million would be way too much. But since it's under 50 cents, it's not that bad. So I will actually give them the check mark for that. And then the price of the token, like I mentioned before, is under $1. So anything under $1 is always a good thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop. The only reason I stopped it is because I did talk about a lot. That was about a 10-minute part right there. But in any event, self-sustaining. Okay, so this is something that I get a lot of questions on when I talk to people about. So self-sustaining. What self-sustaining means is, okay, let's use Apple for an example. Okay, so when it comes to Apple stock, okay, the way that Apple stock works is that their value of their stock should, if you take every single stock and you multiply it by the price, how many stocks are out there, multiply it times how much it costs for one, it should give you the evaluation of what Apple is worth. It should be very close, okay? It's not going to give you what they make in a year. It should give you about what they're worth, okay? When it comes to tokens, ICO tokens, they don't have that same luxury because, like people always say, Apple develops products and a lot of these tokens do not. Okay, so they don't have the same luxury as Apple does by having an actual product, being able to monetize that and say, this is how much they're making off their product. This is how much they own in real estate as well as in inventory. So we can put that together and say Apple's worth this much and this is how much they get in cash. So we actually get a little bit of a revenue back from that. With this in particular, self-sustaining is a different animal altogether. Self-sustaining means I would need to buy tokens to cash those tokens in to be able to go to see a concert, okay? So the way that it works is I will need to buy, say, 100 tokens to watch an Adele concert. And because each token is worth, say, let's say $1, it would cost me $100 to see one concert. Okay, I need to get 100. So once I get 100, I can now view the concert. Okay, that to me makes it self-sustaining because of that. But does that grow the value in any way? No. What grows the value is once they are not available. So if there's an exchange on here, meaning that I can sell my tokens at a certain price, then it's self-sustaining. So what we'll do is we'll go to the dashboard. You guys can see they only sold 1% so far. They just got started, so don't jump on them. And they are using the Waves platform. They're not using ERC20. This is on Waves, which is great for anybody that's invested into Waves, which is something that I keep kicking myself for not investing into. But anyway, they don't have an exchange, as you guys can see. But at some point, you'll probably notice that they probably will. They probably allow you to sell your tokens to other people that are looking to buy tokens. And you just set your price, whatever you're willing to sell it for. They'll probably set it amongst Bitcoin or set it amongst US dollar. But you'll be able to do that, okay? So as of right now, I will give them, sorry, I was going to say not, but I will give them self-sustaining. But it's like a 50-50 caveat. So right now, it's not as self-sustaining, but it will be, okay? So I can see them kind of adding that in. So, okay. Working prototype. No, I didn't see one. Now, what I've liked to have seen, I would have liked to be able to get into the platform. Let me just show you guys what they have. Okay. Because I know people are going to say, but they had a little button up here. They did. They had like a little picture up here. I just want to show you guys what they had. Because they do kind of, in a way, have like a working platform. So you see this right here? This is the platform. You see right here it says try static demo. Let's click on it. All right, let me just go to it really quick. So this is the demo. If I click on demand, I can see what's new this week. Metallica, Alicia Keys, Lady Gaga. And then these are not real videos. These are videos that were recorded, on YouTube and stuff like that. So these are not really real videos. But let's just click on Alicia Keys because I think that she's awesome. So we'll click on Alicia Keys. Nothing, right? So we'll do the same thing for Metallica. Nothing. You see where it tells me to click on these other top ones. It says lighting up. It's not telling me I can click on any of this stuff down here. You don't see nothing lighting up down here. Beyonce, nothing. Bruno Mars, nothing. I click on live area. That works. Browse. That works. My list. That works. Now, if I click on the picture, you'll notice that buy tickets. I can click on buy tickets. And what you'll notice, it will bring you here. It will tell you how long before it's live. As you guys can notice, is that the timer is not ticking down. Okay, I can click on it. It does nothing, but it tells me I can click on available in VR. So I can click buy. So what it's doing is just letting you know the things that you can click on and in places you can go. So I can click on buy, and this is what will look like. It will tell you how much for one ticket. So one ticket will be priced at $24, which is right now it's going to be 53 tokens. So see how it's blinking? I'm just clicking here to say, okay, let's say we want to buy. So we'll press pay. It's going to take you here. Let's see what we can play. So now this is what the live demo will look like. I can't click on any of this other stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get something else to light it up. But you can't click on anything because that's it. That's just the way it works. You get what I'm saying? So right now there is no live prototype working. Okay, this is what it will look like, which will be really, really nice one day. But until May hits, there's really no working prototype, so they will not get the points for working prototype. All right. Partners. Okay, as of right now, there are no partners that I can tell. I did not see Live Nation, and I did not see Madison Square Gardens or any other promoters talking about them or them talking about partnering up with anybody like that. So they were not getting the partnership points from that. And then online wallet. So their own wallet, own platform. I think this is very important for people to listen. Okay, the reason why I think that the wallet and the platform is worth 13 points amongst everything else is for the simple fact that you will need somewhere to host these coins. And if it's on their platform, that just makes it a little bit better. That means you can exchange them. You can do so much more with it on their platform versus being able to having to take it all, take Bitcoin, put them onto an exchange, go onto the exchange, then swap them for their coin, then take their coin and do whatever they want you to do with their coin. But if they have their own platform and you can host things on there, it doesn't matter what industry they're in. If they have their own wallet, it just makes more sense to be able to put your money with them, because if they go down, so does your money. But at the end of the day, though, your money's gonna go down anyway when it was on exchange. I just hate sending my money back and forth. I like being able to see it all in one place. I just like that. So I think that get points for that. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the score, and we're just going to see where they lie as far as score-wise. So 93 out of 100, right, is what it's graded out. It's actually graded out of 125. But, 100 means that we will invest. So they didn't get the dark green, so we have to give them the light green. It's actually the wrong green. Sorry. But anyway, you guys don't really care about that. Only I care about something like that. But anyway, the platform, the thing I want to tell people is, yes, you should actually invest in what you want. If you think it's a good idea for you, you should invest in something that you believe in. Me personally, I believe in this platform. I do see it going places. So this is what I want to do. I want to have 1,000 tokens. Okay. What you probably already saw, if you saw this video before or after, I'll put the link in the bottom. But the video that you probably saw is me buying 500 tokens, and that's what I'm gonna buy. So as you guys see here, I do have 1,000 here, which will cost me $450. But I'm only gonna buy 500. I only bought 500. Okay, the reason why is because I'm gonna buy 500 now, and I'm gonna wait for the platform to actually come out before I can start buying more a different way. I honestly don't think that I need to buy all 1,000, because if they hit an exchange, then the market will value it the way that the market wants to value it and not the other way around. So if they go on exchange, it won't be as valuable on the exchange for the first 5 months. But if they're the only ones that are going to be selling it, then the value will never drop. Okay, the value will always go up, and me buying 500 is a stupid thing to do. So if you have any questions, let me know. Down below will be the link to the video of me purchasing, so you guys can see how to purchase. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. You can share if you want, but my referral link will be in the bottom, because there is a referral program for purchasing. All right. Thank you guys. Have a